then some feedback and some good questions.
Perfect. Yes, I am.
All right, panel, if Rebecca, you want to lead us off again and introduce yourselves to Sam?
All right, my name is Rebecca Lawson. I'm from the Department of Family and Community Engagement with Spokane Public Schools. And I'm the RISE Diversion Liaison, and it's my job to do whatever I can do to help kids not get suspended or expelled. We also
Love that.
run a mentoring program, and we've got about 110, 120 kids that we mentor.
Awesome.
Glad to be here.
Thank you for coming.
Hi Sam, I'm Kenji. I work for the League of Education Voters, so I'm an education advocate, is what I say. I work for education change at the local and state policy levels.
Oh.
And I'm about to start a new adventure, creating a podcast to bring in
that's awesome.
community leaders to talk about the work that they're doing. I'm also Tammy's #1 son.
Oh, that's awesome. Nice to meet you.
Hi Sam, I'm Ben Baird. I'm the Eastern Regional Manager for Schools Out Washington, and we're an agency that works with out-of-school time programming or expanded learning opportunities. And we assist with advocacy and grant making and quality.
I'm Gene Cimini. I'm on the board at River High School, which is a charter school here in town. And I'm the retired superintendent from West Valley School District.
Nice to meet you all. Is it my turn to start?
on.
Oh, perfect.
The mic's on. You're being recorded.
All right.
Go for it.
Hi, welcome to my graduation defense. My name is Sam Johnson. I've gone through 12 years of schooling to get to this point. It's both very, very, very exciting, but also terrifying all at the same time. I always knew I had to graduate at some point in my life, but to tell the little me that I had to get up in front of people that I don't know and tell you about my whole life story, I couldn't imagine that. Like, I would not believe you. In early years of school, I was born and raised in Spokane, and I started my school years at Indian Trail Elementary. It's only a few blocks away from my house. It was a tiny little school that all the students knew each other and all the teachers knew each other. I felt very welcomed and invited in. I later moved on to Salk Middle School, which was double the amount of students, less teachers, way less resources, and I did not like it. It was probably the worst years of my school life. I felt like a ghost and I felt unseen. I always wanted better though. But one day, in 8th grade, I was told a group of students will come in and tell me about their school. I thought it was just going to be a boring lecture like some college students. But I was told it was a high school, and it was just two freshmen and like a 301 and a 401. I thought that was awesome. I started listening, and they started gushing their hearts out about this amazing school. I fell in love immediately. I knew I wanted to go, but I had to do a lot of preparation. I had to collect as much information as I could so I can pitch it to my parents. And after going to orientation twice, I was allowed to go. Being here at TCS has given me many opportunities to grow as a student and as a person. In 101 year, I was very timid and not sure what I wanted to do and what my personality truly was. I didn't have many friends and I was quite shy. But I was really accepted in and made a big friend group within the first couple weeks. In 201 year, I got the understanding of how projects worked and how the school ran and what was expected of me. But what I think I got the understanding of this year was how to be a community member and helping the 101s with their projects and being a safe spot for them to come to. In 301 year is when the willingness to work was really tested. Really tested. We were all separated from each other, and we couldn't make that face-to-face contact and find personal relevance with our class. We were over Zoom call, and if you turned your camera on, like, only a couple people did. And that's all you got to see. I knew if I kept going and if I kept pushing, we would be able to come back into the room together. And sure enough, here at the very end of 3-1 year, we got to go in a couple of times, and in Group A and Group B, but with masks and everything. 4-1 year, probably my absolute favorite year, the one I definitely remember the most. In that year, it's probably my favorite because I've grown and matured so much. I got a job at Zips at the beginning of the year, and I was able to maintain it and do my schoolwork at the same time. I had a very tight schedule. I was up at 7:30, be at school by 8:30, out at 3, get home and take my beloved power nap until 4:15. And I'll be at work by 5, be out of work by 10:30, and asleep by 11, and rinse and repeat. I was really being pushed out of my comfort zone. And I went from only making sure I had my homework turned in the night prior to becoming a pre-closer to a nighttime closer on weekends. It was a huge change for me. I learned to work with new people and how to direct others on what to do. And having the job, this job taught me that I can handle anything and any challenges that come my way if I just take a couple breaths and step back and think about it. I can do it. In my new confidence from my new responsibilities, I improved dramatically in my social life. I went from hanging out with lots of people who just tolerated me and hung out with me because I was there, to people who seeked me out, who wanted to be my friends. People who made me feel so much better about myself and motivated me to be better. And I had so many amazing memories with them. Now my plan for after high school. I'm not sure what I want to do as my career just yet, but I know I want to get my foot into the door of college. So I am enrolled at the community college SCC for business management because I found out it's a pretty broad degree and you can go into many, many pathways with that, and it opens up so many doors. And even if I don't go into business, it gives me an amazing step to know what to do in my next steps of life. But before I go to SCC, I'm planning a gap year. In my gap year, I have lots of things I want to do. I got a kayak as a graduation present. So I have many plans to go kayaking at Long Lake, at the Horseshoe Lake, and Please Lake. A couple pictures over there. With the type of car I have a Subaru Outback, which is an amazing venture car. I can carry my kayaks on top, and I can make a bed in the back seat, and I can go camping. I can go anywhere I really wanted to. I have so many plans, so many things I want to do, and hopefully enough time, but we'll see. But I am very excited about all I can do after my high school years. And thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Sam. The panel wants to give some feedback and draw some more thoughts and reflection from Sam.
Tell us a little more about the gap year. Where are you going
Gap
to
year?
live? What are you going to do?
So right now, I my plan is going to be moving in full-time with my partner at their house, which has been transformed into like a basement apartment, and I will be paying rent for to their parents. And from there, I plan on going out and adventuring as much as I possibly can. There's going to be more of a home base. I want to definitely plan out like camping trips, even maybe go up to Yellowstone one year. That'd be really fun. But kayaking is definitely my biggest plan. I already have all my gear and all my setup. I am very excited about it. Yeah.
So you're gonna keep working at Zips while you're...
Yeah, most likely I'm gonna keep working at Zips because I have night manager pay, which is pretty nice. If not, I want to look in probably to a job that's a little bit slower pace. Zips is very fast. But even with that, I can move into many things. One crazy thing, if I really wanted to, I could become an RV detailer, but that's just because that's my partner's parent insisting I should, but you know, but yeah.
So what was the difference, it was Salt Middle School?
Yeah, Salk Middle School.
So if you look back on it, knowing what you know now from the 4 years at the community school, what could Salk have done differently that make you feel more involved in the game?
That is a good question. I definitely know that the teachers that did interact tried their hardest. It wasn't necessarily the teachers. I think it was too many students. It was in the middle of the renovation of it when the buildings were split in half and things are just not going well, and a lot of students fell through the cracks that year. But one thing is probably smaller classrooms and or more teachers, but that's a big ask.
Just to go back to the gap year.
Yeah.
I love that idea of a gap year. Besides just adventuring, I'm going to do a lot of kayaking this summer also, so I'm with you.
Oh, yeah.
What are you hoping to get out of that gap year?
Definitely life experiences. I want as many memories as I possibly can. I want stories to tell in the future. I definitely want my confidence to grow going out of town and things, because I've really only been in Spokane and only been to like Spokane places. And so going to new places I've never been would push me out of my comfort zone and make me learn how to navigate, how to interact with new people, and a bunch of things. And maybe hopefully make new friends on the way.
If I could encourage one thing during your
Yeah.
gap year, would be to, as you try to figure out what you want to do long term, which no rush, but you've got great resources who know a lot of community members. So I'd highly recommend taking some time to do some community interviews.
Absolutely.
People like us, they have tons of resources of people that, even if it's just nebulous, I think this would be an interesting kind of path. I can speak for myself, I think for others. We love having those meetings with students. So if you can put those into your gap year, I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, so you mentioned business management.
Yeah.
Is there anything, I know you also said that you're kind of unsure, but is there any like avenue that maybe you're thinking you might want to move into?
There's a subcategory of business management, which is project management. I might want to look into renovations of homes, maybe even, but that is more of a, I like houses, and that might not be what I want to do though. So I might even look into like project management of like renovations of homes.
Awesome. Yeah, project management. There's a lot of things that you can do in there and lots of opportunities. Total aside, you're right. Subaru Outback, take care of it. It will go anywhere, anytime. And then check out Bonnie Lake.
Oh, Bonnie? Okay.
You have to kayak upstream.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
you have the whole lake to yourself. Check
I gotta keep that in mind. Thank you.
make sure that you're still eligible for that.
All right.
With your gap year. Because I think that's substantial funding for SCC, SFCC. So look into that, if that can help you decide how long.
Yeah. I was going to go back in the spring of 2023.
Yeah. So make sure you look.
Perfect.
Free colleges.
Thank you. Yes, that's important.
Yes. And then, what would you say in the next 3 years? What are you most looking for?
Definitely, I think making a good home on my own, out of my parents' house, and making a good apartment that I enjoy. I'm not just making do.
When I turned 18, I was also working in food service, and I ended up taking a gap 3 semesters, not of my own choosing, but it's a longer story. And when I went back to school, I had a very similar schedule to what you have now, where we're talking like an hour free time sometimes, just boom, boom, boom.
For sure.
What I want to tell you is that now that I'm older and looking back, those are some of the greatest years of my life.
Yeah.
I have no idea how I got the wherewithal and the energy, but because I couldn't do it now, that's for sure. But it's really some of the greatest years of my life, and so I just really hope that you enjoy this.
I will. Thank you.
With as much fun as you possibly
Yeah.
can.
I really plan on it.
Sam, will you share, just because I see it as a pretty big part of you, and I'm wondering where you're at with it now. You're an artist.
Oh yeah.
And you're a crafter, and you're a hands-on creator. Is that something you're still up to these days, or are you too busy for that? How does that fit into your world of plans?
I've gone through many forms of art and arts and crafts. 101 year I did watercolor, kind of more end 101 year to 201 year I did painting. That was like one of my longest periods of just like acrylic paint. I was just doing like fun little things, nothing like big. And this year, I kind of fell out during 301 year, but that's quarantine. I crocheted though. I crocheted a lot. That was the arts and crafts. There you go. This year, I actually did an accomplishment of my own. I started an art book and pretty much finished it on my own. It was of hand-drawn like sketches of the environment I've seen, like point views of like the rooms of houses, of interiors. Bathrooms and kitchens are my favorite to draw. And so I've done quite a bit of that. I don't think I would go more for a career into art, but maybe if I go into the line of house renovations, that might actually be a lot helpful of knowing how to do the sketches and knowing where things go and everything. So that will probably help along the way.
I really don't have a question. It's just more of just something I wanted to tell you. I've known you for 4 years, projects, wellness, gardening,
Yes.
all sorts of things. And you being, between 2 different advisory rooms, you
Yeah.
spend time in Matthew's, spend time in mine, and you had a lot of friends in different groups. But I will say, the 4 years, I have just really appreciated the way you carry yourself, your positivity that you always would share with everyone, your smile. And I know that the last 4 years haven't been all perfect for you, but you've always seemed to come to TCS and share that positivity with everyone around you. You seem to always find a way to make whatever you were doing and that world around you a better place for everyone to be. And so it's been fun. It's been wonderful to see you grow for the 4 years. And I don't have a question, just wanted to tell you those
Yeah,
things.
more of a
You're
statement. Thank you.
Absolutely following exactly that line of thought. Your kindness and your sense of fun and your acceptance of others in such embracing, active way. It's just really a singular, important set of traits of yours that are why people seek you out, as you, in your words. And I see it as something that's going to serve you. I don't know what exactly it'll look like, but as you move, you talk about yourself as the night shift, night manager, you're going to find yourself in positions where you are taking a leadership position with people in work environments, and that genuineness and that kindness and that acceptance is going to serve you so well as a leader, whatever that looks like for you moving forward.
Thank you.
I'll just say that when you're in class, you change the dynamic of that room. It kind of radiates. I see it, these kids, Sam comes in, it's like, oh, well, what's going on?
The energy's here.
Yeah, so yeah, I agree. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Sam. Thank you.
Thank you so much.